Hello everybody and welcome back to The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel. On the last episode, we finished up the last two of our optional quests for the student council. And then we got a message from whatever his name is, because I told you I was not going to remember that. And he said something about the Natellas and the lounge. So, is the lounge in the main building? So, I want to see what he says. It's not mandatory to talk to him or whatever, as it said. But I want to know. This is the infirmary. Oh, faculty lounge right here. Hello, Swarger. Have you finished assisting the student council? Yes, sir. We managed to take care of our most pressing tasks. By the way, I was under the impression that you'd be returning to the military. Was there a change of plan? I resolved my military business in record time. In fact, it wasn't long ago that I returned to the academy. You're saying you've already come and gone? You must be exhausted. Exhausted doesn't begin to cover it. To make matters worse, Instructor Thomas roped me into drinking with him last night. I hardly managed to get any shut-eye. Oh, maybe I shouldn't be telling you about this. I was about to say. But he went out with Instructor Thomas even after all of that. Oops. Moving on, Instructor Valentine told me about your swimming lessons. It seems as though the men of Class 7 suffered a truly humiliating defeat. I can't really think of one. Astrid and... Oh wait, who? Astrid and Clausel. Swarger, I'm referring to Astrid and Clausel. What Instructor Valentine told me was true. The two swam circles around all you men. Or maybe I should say boys. Men of the Empire would not stand for this. For the sake of masculinity the world over, please tell me you at least felt a twinge of frustration. Well, I mean, a twinge? Sure. There may be hope for you yet. I mean, who would care? Listen well, Swarger, if you've got time and the guts, I'd be willing to teach you how men swim. I'm going to need you to clarify that. Swimming is more about knowing how to breathe and use your body than it is about your body itself. Us men, army men, undergo training in order to learn how to swim quickly and efficiently. No wasted movement, no wasted breath. And I would be willing to pass this all on to you in order to keep you from being shown up by those two girls again. Seriously? I'm always seriously. If you got the stones, gather up Class 7's men and I'll teach you all at once. This might be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to make your choice. This is optional, right? Now there's an answer. If this is optional, let's go. I got no problems. Gather up the other men and meet me at the gymnasium. By all means, let's go. If it has a swimming minigame in it too, I might enjoy this. Hey, I mean, I beat Instructor Sarah after like a bunch of tries, but hey, we won. So, why are we here again? Instructor, whatever his face is, wants to teach us how to swim as efficiently as possible. In that case, we owe him our gratitude. I still don't get why we need to assemble so quickly just for some swimming lessons. If it's such a pressing issue for you, I can't imagine any of us would mind if you left and went back to the dorm. It's not an issue, it's just an observation, you swarmy little... Right then, let us begin. We'll begin with warm-ups, done in accordance with the Manway method. The Manway method. Did you just make that up? The name's not important. The method, on the other hand, is you'll be racing each other one-on-one. Nothing gets a man motivated like some sweaty competition. Now, Swarger, why don't we start you since you decided to pipe up about the name? Pick your first opponent. Yes, Instructor. Okay. I choose Gaius. Would you mind racing me, Gaius? Not at all. Especially if it'll make us both better. Gaius is chill. I like Gaius. Oops. my jaws. On your marks, get set, go. Oh, we get the mini game. All right, let's see if I can get the greats. Oh wait, it's different. Is it? I didn't do too terribly. I hit the X button the first few times. I was like, oh no. Whew. Every bit as fast as I thought you'd be, Reen. Between your height and your speed, you know, slouch yourself. Are you here to chit-chat or are you here to swim? Get back here at once. Of course, yes, instructor. Hey, we even got a little bit of the learning points for that. Anyway, warm-ups continued in this fashion. In the end, everyone had raced everyone without a single break. Dang. This is just your warm-ups. It seems like the exercise itself, if you don't get any breaks, and you have to race everybody. Everyone has to race everybody. Gee, 4 races in a row really takes its toll on you. You're telling me I'm exhausted. Yeah, you know, you're not. I knew swimming could be tiring, but I didn't know it would get this bad. That should do it for our warm-ups, correct? I would appreciate it if we could get to the meat of these lessons. How naive. Those words were so tiny. Sorry, I think I might have missed her. You're all naive, every last one of you. You boys think you're ready to learn anything after a wimpy little warm-up like that? Oh, we still have a long way to go. Which leads us into our next exercise of the day, limit breakers. I'm not the only one panicking about the word break in that name, am I? What are those exactly? There's no such thing as a dumb question, Regnant, but that one came awfully close. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it means surpassing your limits. As the name would suggest, this exercise has you swimming to and then through the limits of your endurance. Yeah, surpassing your limits. That was kind of a stupid question. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh no, instructor, this is a surefire way to drown. Don't do this to us. But don't worry, I'll give you 30 whole seconds to rest every length of the pool you swim. Is he serious? Yes, that didn't sound like a joke to me. Maybe this is how they do it in the army. Well, then get to work, you military brats. Oh, I didn't get to do the swimming game with it or something? Seems as each of you have expanded all your reserves of energy by now. I'm honestly surprised that none of us are dead yet. Was there any point to all of this? You still doubt me? I suggest checking in on how long your last leaps took. I'm sure you'll find yourself impressed. Everyone checked their final times, just as his face had suggested. No way. It felt like it took us hours to get across the pool. What exactly happened here? Once you reach your limit, your body dedicates all its energy to swimming, not wasting an ounce on anything else. This is the method I told you about. Keep swimming like this, and you'll be able to cut down your times even further. So this is why you pushed us so far. There was a method to your madness all along? That's right. Snide comments aside, you all performed very well. You might want to use those to recover from your training, though. Or these. Thank you. That's all for today. But this ain't the end. You better keep training so those girls don't show you up again. Of course. Thank you for taking the time to coach us. He's so mad. He was not happy that they lost to the girls. But hey, not like it really matters all that much. Okay, let's see. Who do I want to do the bonding events with? Let's see. Well, it doesn't really look like Lar is available. Fee is, I think it's Fee at least. I can't tell sometimes. Okay, so let me see. We got Instructor Sarah. Is that Elliot? I'm so confused. Yeah, I think that's Sarah over there. You know, if this goes how I think this time we'll do the bonding events with Fee, Alyssa, and Emma. And on our next free day, we'll go with Elliot, Marcus, and Gaius. I don't really care for Juices, so he can have his on the one after. I really just don't care for Juices all that much. Okay, so if I'm right, this is not it's weird. Can't tell sometimes. And where exactly was it? First floor. Okay. So at this point, I'm just gonna look around. Not here. Oh, this is the principal's office, isn't it? Why would she be in here? That's the conference room, and it's locked, of course. Am I looking in the right spots? Actually, I honestly don't know. And I just went out. That was not what I was trying to do. I was hoping I wouldn't have to search so hard. But my inability to quickly find people is astonishing. What am I looking for, actually? Again, alright. Ow. Huh. I wonder. Let me check that map again. Okay, so I'm assuming this is the entrance. So aha. I didn't notice that. It's a very you can see the room that they're in based on where their bubble is. Cool. She looks like she's sleeping. Well, I'd rather have her sleep here than outside. Should I watch over her for a bit? Sure, why not? What is she even doing in here? Or rather, I'll go ask Instructor Beatrix if I can. Might as well do these when we can. She's been going through so much lately. I can't blame her for being exhausted. Seems like she's sound asleep. Instructor Beatrix, thanks for always taking care of Fee. Oh, please, it's my pleasure. Besides, how could I decline a request from Instructor Sarah herself? Instructor Sarah asked you to do this? Yes, indeed. She told me a bit about Fee's past, too. Not everything, of course, but just what's pertinent. Pertinent? Her past as a Jagger, for instance. It's a good thing, too, since she seems like that's the root of some of her recent troubles. I see. Instructor Beatrix, can I ask you to keep taking care of Fee from here on out? Of course, she's such a pleasant girl. But I can't provide much more than a bed to sleep on. After all, it's a student's job to sort their own problems out. It's a part of growing up. Really. I suppose you're right. But it's not just up to her, though, is it? Every member of Class 7 needs to work as one. So we need to make sure that she has our support. We're all in this together. Glad to see you're so perceptive. Don't worry about me so much. Well now, good morning, Fee. Did we wake you up? No, I'm still asleep. What do you think would happen when you started droning on right next to me? Sorry. Don't be. Thanks. Fee, I'm going back to bed. Wake me up if you need me. That didn't take long. She's just like Instructor Sarah. Oh, dear Lord. Why? She was raised in the battlefield, but she's able to sleep peacefully when other people are around. I'd say that's quite the achievement, wouldn't you? Definitely. And I'll do whatever I can to make sure that she can always feel at ease. Level 3. Great. Counterattack. Alright. Cool. Okay. Who's closest? Yes, that is how I'm judging this. Okay. I can't tell actually what building. I think they're all in the student union. And yep, so we're going to the student union. Because Emma is closer. And after we do these bonding events, then I'll head to the old schoolhouse and we can begin that quest finally. It's over here. Staff only, staff only. Because of everybody being in that one spot, I couldn't really tell where everybody was, so I have to search. Staff only. Okay. Found Emma. Emma? If you were staring at those pages any harder, you'd burn a hole through them. Reen, how do I explain this? Dorothy asked me to proofread this manuscript of hers, you see. Sounds like a rough job. Couldn't help but notice you're looking a little red, though. Are you feeling alright? I'm feeling perfectly fine. And this manuscript definitely isn't full of salacious imagery either. Say what now? Anyway, I'm doing fine, so there's no need to worry. Oh boy. So, we're not gonna pay any mind to that, right? Cool. Sounds like she could use a little help with her proofreading. Sounds like Neen's just nosy. How about I give you a hand with the proofreading? What? You want to help out with this? Is there some reason I shouldn't? Of course not. Well, if you really insist, then feel free. This face says it all. Emma. Yes. This wasn't, written by mistake, was it? It's definitely a romantic novel, but all the characters are guys. That does seem to be the case, yes. I knew this was coming. I'm not bothered in the slightest, but just... Oh my word, I saw this coming from the get-go. Something had to be off. So, how do you like it? Dorothy, you little nerd creep, or what's the word I'm looking for? Because it wasn't creep, but you know what? Let's just leave it at that. It's certainly oh, please say you loved it. It'd make my world feel so much wider. What is your problem? How do I put this? I feel like I've been introduced to an entirely new world, one that I might not have wanted to know existed. I had no part in writing it. I had no idea Dorothy wrote these sorts of stories until recently. This is a thing for, look, this is not the type, I don't even know how to put this into words. This is not for guys, naturally. It's for girls. It was also written by a girl. So, this is a girl's story, and it is really not for guys. You can just tell that. Oh. This is the genre of young womanhood. Of course. Come on, you two. There's a lot more for you to proofread. Oh gosh. I know they are not enjoying this. Reen, what have you gotten yourself into? Or what have I controlled you going into? She finally let us go get some rest. These aren't the easiest novels for a guy to get through. I was afraid of that. But that genre seems to be getting more and more popular with Erebonia lately. Well, to each his own. Each his or her own, I guess. And while I'm always glad to have my horizons broadened, I definitely could have done without some of the more graphic details. Agreed, I'm feeling a little flustered myself after that. I got so embarrassed that I fogged up my glasses. I removed her glasses and placed them on the table. And here we go. Emma? Yeah, is there something wrong? Oh no, it's just, this is the first time I've seen you without your glasses on. What? Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to stare. It's just, I mean, it really changes up your look. I'm sure not complaining. How embarrassing. Perhaps we should get back to proofreading now? Oh, yeah, right. There's no need to force yourself through the worst of these. If they get too graphic, I'll take care of them. Of course. And thus they return to the club room to wade through erotic tales of passionate young manhood once again. You know what this just seems like to me? That last line made me, you know what it made me think of? Oh gosh, it made me think of Guy and the way Guy acts mainly. Whew. That's what I thought of when I just read that last line. As Reen and Emma neared the brink of exhaustion, the proofreading finally came to an end. Yeah, sure. Oh, she's closer to 4. I thought they were probably still around 2. Huh. So I would assume that Alyssa is actually pretty close to, for herself. Or maybe not. Oh, maid lady's here too. But what kind of clothes would he like? Are you getting something for Gwen? Yeah, Sarah's helping me pick out some clothes for him to wear in the fall. After I was lucky enough to meet with him on last month's field study, it only feels right to send him a little gift. And probably pretty practical too. The Highlands seem like they'll get really cold once summer's over. They should arrive just in time if we send them in the next few days. Now, all we need to do is find something that actually suits him. I might be able to help her out. Yeah, that's why we're here, Reen. No point in asking me, we're doing it. Would you like me to help you pick something? I mean, I'm a guy and I wear clothes, so really nice of you to offer. A more masculine perspective would be much appreciated. I trust that you will pick something fitting, Master Reen. Okay. Hopefully they make all these choices on their own and I don't have to do it because I don't really know. I don't really care enough. Oh, this jacket looks nice. Personally, I just wear whatever I feel like. I will pick a shirt, like, this looks like a good enough shirt for today. Pick a pair of pants. Do I feel like wearing jeans or shorts? Pants or shorts? Jeans? And then I grab whichever one I feel like I want to wear. I don't really pick for what looks great together, no. I just grab whatever I feel like it. I just don't care. He does like to dress pretty well. So maybe something like this would be good. A splendid idea. I'm sure he'd prefer that to a gift that reflects his age. However, he might not have many opportunities to wear this over in Nord. You're probably right. How about getting him something for his outdoor activities? He really seems to like diving around and fishing. Now that's a good idea. You know all that stuff pretty well, don't you? I guess this is your chance to shine. Haha. Here's hoping I don't disappoint. Let's start by taking a look over there. I like the gloves that they all have. How about these boots? They're not bad, but I don't think they'll be that sturdy since they're casual wear. Gwen's more likely to have hiking boots or something like that already. That's true. Hey, one of those hats over there might work. I think he'd look good in a hat, and it'd be pretty practical since he spends so much time outside. You're right, let's go have a look. How about this one? Looks good to me. The design on it's nice too, so I think he'd like it. Then we have our gift. Sharon, could you? I knew it! Something tells me she disappeared while our attention was on those hats. Maybe she was trying to give us some alone time. Dang it, Sharon! Well, either way, let's take this up to the register. Sharon's probably gone back to the dorm, so we can show her later. Yeah, thanks, man. She just snuck out on you. Yes, level 3, and actually pretty good distance. Auto tier. Huh. I'm gonna have to look into that one, actually, because I'm actually not sure if it's like you. Okay, so I'm pretty sure tier is just basically the heal, right? Tier is the healing one. So what I'm wondering is, do you have to have it equipped? Like, is it necessary to have tier equipped for her to use the auto tier? I would assume so. So that's one thing that I feel like I'm going to actually need to check out. With that, we've done all of the bonding events for our free day. I guess. So let's head over to the old schoolhouse, because really it's almost about time for us to end this episode anyway. So looks like we'll be starting fresh with the old schoolhouse one. And that's pretty cool. That's pretty good. I always like the old schoolhouse to start on a brand new episode because of no reason to believe that this month will be any different. We're going to need to be ready for anything. So what to do now? Should I start investigating? Yeah. But because usually sometimes they'll be so long, or we might have like a hard fight or something, and I don't really want it to tie in. Plus, after the schoolhouse, we will have like our exam, our little training thing, and then we start with we get our mission for our field study and stuff like that. And so usually that takes up an episode on its own. So I really just want to keep them all together. Like, I don't want half of it to be an episode from the old schoolhouse, and then a half of it be the old schoolhouse, and then so like half of old schoolhouse and half of it all the other crap, and then the other half of the old schoolhouse, and then you start with your field study and your training, and then so you get there and it's like all half and half and half and half and half, so you never get to see the end of it in a single episode. I try to keep that all together as one thing. Okay, so I don't really know who I want to take, but I know I want to take Elliot and Fee. So I'm going to take Alyssa because it'll give me a chance to test the auto tier. I'm going to take Fee and Elliot. I'm curious, very curious to see what Elliot's S-Craft will be when we get it. I'm curious to see what MS S-Craft will be when we get it. And I'm very curious to see Macias's. I'm also curious to see what other characters we have. So I will grab, this is actually a really difficult choice. It's difficult for me to pick everybody except for Juices. I really just don't care for Juices. His fighting style, his skills, none of it. I really don't care. I have him equipped it for if I ever have to, like, if I'm ever forced to have him in the party, he's perfectly fine. But I don't know. Everybody else just the skills, the look, the stats, all of it just appeals more to me. Everybody else just seems so normal. I'm gonna take her because of her heals. So the question is, I don't want to take Mackie's this time around. Question is, Juices or Laura? I think I'm gonna go with Laura because I think Laura is stronger. And the reason I like Elliot so much is because he has the move for sleep. He's got healing. He's got a bunch of heals, even more than Emma and them do. So he's only got the most healed, and he has the defense up ability, the defense up skill for the whole area that he's in. So it's got a pretty good range, and it's got the defense up, and you get heals every turn. So I really do like having Elliot on the team. Elliot to me is a must-have. So I think I'm gonna go with Laura because I think Laura is stronger and will be more handy in the fight. Plus, based on weapons, it's kind of well-rounded. Though Gaius would probably be better than having 2 orbital staffs. But the way they have them are so different that I feel like I need to have them on. All right, I think we have our team. My apologies, but I'm afraid I'll have to decline this time. Really? Oh, it's probably because I have fee. Okay. Well, hey. You didn't have to do all of that. You could have just kicked out Laura. Great. Now I have to select everybody again. Why you gotta do that? I hate when things do that. Fine, Laura. You can just sit out. Wait, so I can swap them, but I can't have them both. You guys need to get along. That's fine. Gaius is a handy teammate too. Plus, it kind of works. Though Laura is stronger than Gaius right now, so that's kind of why I wanted her along instead of him. I figure her, because her S-craft is really strong. But okay. This works too. Let's have a look at the elevator panel first. It was a hard choice between them, but I settled on Laura, and so I'm a little disappointed. I'm betting we'll be able to go down to the 4th floor now. You mean those rules you told us about last month? I don't know how it's possible, but I have a weird feeling your theory is probably right. But we should see for ourselves. Right. Time to get this month's investigation started. Okay. So what I think it is not that it's just every month a new one opens. No, I think it's clear that it's basically like the people down there at the bottom are like the guards. If you take them out, a new door opens. But if you don't take them out, it wouldn't open. Looks like the next slide lit up. Oh, so there's only 2 more? I'm looking at the map, and it looks like there's only 2 more that we need to unlock afterwards. Looks like you were right after all. Yeah, let's head on down. I'm ready. Okay, so first things first, let's head down to the 4th floor and get through whatever conversations they have. Particularly get to the conversations because I know before I start the episode, I'm gonna go have a look around and grind a bit. So if they have conversations, I don't want you guys to miss it because I do want to get down to the grinding so that I can, this wind. What's up, guys? The wind in here feels like it did in the ancient core of the North Highlands. I guess I suspect the higher elements may be at work here. Of course. Of course. Now that we know about the higher elements, they will be higher elements around now. You think there's some connection between here and the ancient quarry? Oh. Well then, let's be extra careful in here, okay? I'm betting the monsters will be even more stronger than what we dealt with on previous floors too. Stay on your guard, everyone. Gotcha. Click. We don't need it. I wonder if we have any. I want to see what kind of monsters we have and stuff in here too.
Let's go.
But it can wait. Okay, well, that is all the time we have for this episode of The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel. If you liked this episode, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all on the next episode.